Welcome to The Truth Is Out There, dog. The truth is real. Yeah. Welcome to The Truth Is Real, people. Just want to remind everybody that the truth is real, and it is me. And Hologram Mike is also bringing an element of truth to the table. You know what I'm saying? On 420. We're going to be smoking big dope.
Right. We're going to be smoking big dope. But we have to remember that we have to give thanks to the aliens that brought us that dope. Because people may say that weed, comes from the earth.
That's a falsehood.
Weed was given to us by the aliens. Everybody knows this.
Definitely.
This all comes from myth.
Ancient alien gods that I also hang out with.
Right.
Me and Caputh created a couple of universes. An old god that isn't worshipped anymore.
Right. Caputh, who looks like a 6-foot tall Yoda if he smoked weed.
Yeah. Basically.
Right. Right. This all makes sense. Oh, if anybody has any questions, make sure that we get to answer them. Damn, dude.
I will direct all questions your way, Hologram Mike.
Thank you. Man. So what's this hoax about? I haven't seen this one yet.
This is a movie about all the lies of the media that
Are we talking about mainstream media lies? Are we talking
Yeah, dog, we're talking about lame stream, talking about fake stream, talking about fake TYREE news, talking about motherfucking CNN, Fox, all these outlets that try to portray the truth, but really just take the truth.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
I heard this story. I don't know if this is true or not, but the fake TYREE SNEED is involved in like the Baghdad Bob conspiracy theory. Like, I mean, this goes back all the way to the 1991 Gulf War, where they were having people like stand in front of like a green screen with like fake palm trees and stuff in Atlanta, filming all of these scenes that were supposedly taking place in Baghdad, where bombs are going off and shit. And they're just making up the news, making it up as they go along, And I heard that the fake TYREE SNEED, he was one of those people who was there. He helped orchestrate that.
See, dog, like his virus is malignant in that it infects all facets of society. So if you know what I'm saying, like it infects the truth, it infects the media, it infects politics. So like as long as fake TYREE SNEED is out there, our society will continue to be threatened, and you know what I'm saying, like basically a house of cards ready to collapse at any minute. Because fake TYREE SNEED is the virus. He needs to
that's the thing. You know he's the virus because everything he says isn't true. He's just filled with lies. The thing is that you know the truth by the unvarnished lies that he tells you. And that's part of the title of my book. The Road to Truth, Unvarnished Lies. The Hologram Mike story.
Unvarnished lies, dog. Yeah. So, dog, Hologram Mike, do you have? Could you hack into CNN and take over Anderson Cooper, and perhaps portray yourself as a newscaster?
Well, I could speak through him, but him being, you know, basically an anthropomorphic Furby, like I mean, it would look weird and sound weird, but I could talk through him. Like, he could get up and start twitching and stuff like that, because like they would attempt to, because all of these things, they have these self-destruct mechanisms attached to them, but because they're playing people, they can't just like explode. That would be what a robot would do. But so they have to like, like Westworld style off themselves. Like, they have to like heave themselves into like a combine, or like, they get run over by a steamroller, something, jump off of the top of a building, something gruesome and showing. That I mean, I would only be able to talk through him for about 3 minutes until that happened.
All right. So why do you think it is that all these fake lamestream media outlets refuse to talk about me and my story and my struggle to attain my spot at the top?
Well, I can tell you that the thing is that the only thing worse than them talking not ta- the only thing worse than them talking bad about you is them not talking about you at all. They're just trying to ignore their problem away. It's not going to go away. Real Tyree Sneed's not going to go away.
That's,
He's gonna be here forever. He's been here forever already.
I am, I've been the ultimate, ultimate, what I'm saying, like, origin of the universe since the beginning of the concept of time.
Right. You have real Tyree Sneed, then you have the Big Bang, and
True.
then
I,
over there is like the beginning of time.
yeah, yeah, basically. That's why I think everybody's hating on me. Doesn't want me to join the NBA and have a record deal.
Yeah, I know. But they're just scared of you. They got burned by Shaq Fu.
Yeah.
So they get scared by the guy who's a triple threat. He's an NBA player. He's an artist.
Dog, I mean, I'm actually one of the
Dancer.
only few people in the world who knows real Shaq Fu. Like, Shaq Fu is a real fighting style that only I know. And I'm about to start putting out training VHS tapes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm about to make some money off of that. So if we
Right.
can, as long as we can get that going, you know what I'm saying? Like, we good, dog. And I'll be straight in the money department for a while as soon as I get my training tapes out.
Right.
I teach
Because
people Shaq Fu.
yeah, I mean it's the only fighting style that's ever incorporated into playing basketball. Like it's far superior to every other technique of what they use.
What do you think about the 52 blocks fighting technique?
52 walks.
The 52 blocks fighting technique.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if it compares to. Yeah.
Let me show you the.
Let's sort through these examples here.
Let me show you. The 52 cock slap technique is a fighting style that I came up with. That I was gonna bring to all my local dojos, but you know what I'm saying? The people just want to hate on me and put me down, and not let me. They don't want to let me teach my fighting style to the world.
Right. This is exactly what happened to Jet Li and how he got blackballed out of Hong Kong.
Exactly. Oh, look at this dude.
BH Black is a bitch.
What do you think about that message?
Shit, dude. OBH Black is a bitch, right?
That's what he said.
Fuck, dude. I don't know if we can. We have to get another source to confirm that.
And I already figured out what.
he made this video after he got fired.
What I'm doing next because these motherfuckers want you to operate like a goddamn fucking slave for them, and they want you to do their shit, but they don't take into consideration that you might have your own fucking life and you might be in a position where you're about to make more money than the motherfucking creator of that company that ain't really the creator. He's just another fucking sellout. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not in the business of working for other people. I'm in the business of working for me and my businesses. So the other shit I really don't care about is just shit I'm taking money and pumping it into me. But like, they be giving you shit last minute, and I'm not with that. So I already know what I'm doing tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And I know I got to go see the fucking chiropractor. So that's what I'm doing in the morning. You know what I mean? So all their shit,
That's what I'm doing.
themselves. You know what I mean? If they want me to go on another day, I'll go that day. You know what I mean? But like, they don't even want to pay you right away.
Is a chiropractor expensive? I don't know. I don't have access to the yellow pages right now.
Well, you wouldn't have to use a chiropractor because.
Well, I know I'm a fucking hologram. I don't need a chiropractor for the expect. I don't. I'm trying to understand how this guy. I'm starting to think that this is a fake video.
Well, see, that's what I want to bring to the table right now and reveal to you is that this is the fake TYREE SNEED. This is the guy that I've been telling you about all this time, Hologram Mike. This is fake TYREE SNEED. So you were correct in assuming that this guy is not real and is indeed fake.
Yeah, this shit's not real. This is like the end of I think the second Matrix where Neo meets the architect.
Exactly.
And the fake TYREE SNEED is the architect, and the real TYREE SNEED is Neo.
That makes sense to me, dog. So this dude makes this video after he gets fired, and this is how he justifies it. He takes
Did
it
they
as
say where he was working?
no, not this time.
Where was he working before?
He's been in and out of various Taco Bells, janitorial services, and he always brags about how he's a trillionaire, but he don't have any money.
Yeah, he looks like a trillionaire. I mean, but if he's affording all the chiropractic work, then like, yeah, he's got to have some dough.
Well, he had an inheritance. He collected his father's life insurance policy. It's probably like $250,000.
Jesus Christ.
And he blew it all on like random black guys in the hood, telling them that he was gonna give them a record deal, start his own record company. So he basically blew $250,000 plus on trying to be a gangsta record producer, and he's got nothing to show for it.
All right. Well, I'm not gonna say. Well, maybe stupid people don't need money.
It's true. See, people like him exist to give people like me money. You know what I'm saying? Like, little does fake TYREE SNEED know that I see. Like, dog, I have a very complicated system when it comes down to my AI cyborgs. So I detected that fake TYREE SNEED was coming into some money, so I programmed him to go and blow it all in places where I could absorb that money. So he actually gave me all his money.
Right. Also, making sure that money doesn't get back sent to ISIS, like it was originally going to go to when the fake TYREE SNEED had that money.
That's true. See,
Because he helped fund ISIS.
Yeah, dog. See, he always is trying to come up with schemes and plots. And he actually, dog, like, I had to go over there and defeat ISIS and actually recruit ISIS to my side after he did that. So he's always creating messes that I gotta go clean up. But that's just the part of owning AI cyborgs that do your bidding, dog. Sometimes you gotta reprogram and regroup. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
They be perpetrating out there.
this is not a cyborg, but an AI in and of itself. I think that he should be put down. I think it's about time.
We've been trying to put him down for a while, but we can't really triangulate his exact location. We know that he occupies Motel 6, but we can't ever find the right. He's always on the move.
Right. You don't know if it's a La Quinta, Motel 6, Howard Johnson's. He could be at a Doubletree. Like,
Could be at the Lion's Den, looking at the
well,
gay porn section. He could be buying dildos. He could be buying lube.
my intelligence has been telling me that he's been moving from Lion's Den to Lion's Den across the greater Kentucky, Southern Illinois, Missouri region.
The
Going
best ones.
Lion's Den, yeah. In the sleeping compartment of semis, homosexual truck drivers.
See, one time we triangulated his location to a Lion's Den truck stop bathroom, Taco Bell dumpster, and a 7-Eleven. But we checked all 3 locations, and although we did find a horrible odor in those 3 areas, and a couple of shit-stained footprints, we don't know. He must have escaped somehow and gotten away because we couldn't find him. He's always moling around, and we can't ever find exactly where he's at.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing about him. Like, he's not really actually human, and he doesn't really obey the laws of physics. He can, he's got abilities like he can slide under a door. He can flush himself down a toilet.
That's his favorite way to escape. Actually, is to get flushed down the toilet. He does that often.
Yeah, it's that. Sometimes he hides in the back of those trucks that suck out porta potties. I've heard of him getting past checkpoints that way for years. I mean, he'll just live in there for weeks.
I actually think I have footage of TYREE SNEED at his last job. Let me see. I believe I have this. Look at this motherfucker though, dude. How does he think that he's the Messiah and that he's the true one when I obviously already am? And then he looks like this.
Well, his programming must have completely fucked up. He must believe that he is the true one, even though he's saying that to the mirror every day. He's malfunctioning, is what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like he is the malfunction of the century, and
Right.
more people need to be talking about this.
Right. In the Matrix sort of thing, he's like Agent Smith when he starts to infect everybody and everybody becomes Agent Smith. That's the level of virus that we're talking about here when it comes to TYREE SNEED. Fake TYREE SNEED.
See, this is the type of stuff fake TYREE SNEED does for a living,
The FIRE website's really...
and it's absolutely disgusting. I'm not sure why he would volunteer to do a job like this, but he thinks this is the way to earn trillions.
They should, but when y'all bought this place, they should have done it.
You hear him? He says, "When we about this life," that's TYREE SNEED talking.
Do what they love. Sucking shit. That's what they love.
They They should, but when y'all bought this place, they should have done a septic tank inspection. They would have checked your septic tank, your bill lines, and all that. They should have done it.
You hear him? He said, "Know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We gotta clean out the septic tank." You know what I'm saying? You hear him?
Yeah, you want to do this while I go in the house? I got eggs and stuff I'm trying to do. Got it?
So I can't believe. I'm actually disgusted that one of a cyborg that would be programmed in my image and was supposed to do things that I told it to do is gonna do shit like this. I'm personally very disgusted.
I heard he makes jankum out of it and he sells it to kids around schools.
See, I think he's addicted to jankum. That's why I think he gets these jobs, cleaning septic tanks and working in Taco Bell bathrooms. What about you, Hologram Mike?
It's plausible. I mean, it's the most likely outcome. I mean, if you're a man who likes to provide that much jankum to, I mean, everyone on the Eastern Seaboard, I mean,
That's probably why he keeps saying he's a trillionaire, because probably, in all reality, he probably does have $1 trillion worth of jinkum stored somewhere that he can just go to. He's probably got unlimited jinkum.
yeah, but the thing is that nobody wants it. I mean, he gives it to these kids because they're the only ones who will get it because they don't have access to better drugs. So TYREE SNEED comes along, he's just like, oh, hey, look, these dumb kids want to get sick off this jankum, and he's gonna let them do it, and he's gonna sell it to them. You know, that's why he's a virus. He needs to be gotten rid of.
That's right, and he very much may be creating a new pandemic by his disgusting practices. You know, like sucking jinkum. You know what I'm saying? Like doing glory holes in bathrooms, dog. After sucking jinkum. You know.
Yeah.
So that's a good way to start spreading a new pandemic.
Yes, it is. This is also a good way to do it.
It's pretty sweet. Look at all that shit going in there, dog. Like, that's disgusting. I don't understand why fake TYREE SNEED would ever work at a job like this. Look at that. There's blood in there too, dude. There's blood in that shit.
I think things lived and died in there. And you know, I think that you know, the fake TYREE SNEED, he has access to all of these places. What's a better place to put a body? You know.
See, dog. Like, I think that's where exactly. Why, like, the mainstream media refuses to cover things like this. They don't want to find the bodies.
No.
They don't want to. They don't want to try fake TYREE SNEED. They don't want to bring a
They're the
cyborg
ones
to
that
try.
gave him the bodies. They're the ones that told him what to do. He's thinking he's getting messages from Jesus in big mounds of shit and septic tanks.
Really, it's just messages from Hillary Clinton and
Exactly.
her pile of cadavers piling up. And she's like, TYREE SNEED. Podesta. That's all about Podesta.
Other Clinton.
The other Clinton.
Jeffrey
Epstein.
Les Wexner.
They're all in there. I mean, they're all involved in this shit right here that we're looking at.
Yeah.
The dots are aligning. The stars are telling us what we need to know.
Except those used to be children. Everything in there just decomposed down. They took all the adrenochrome from them. They took all their stem cells so they could stay young. They turned them into that, just so fake TYREE SNEED could have a make-work job and make.
They pay him $5 an hour to do this. Absolutely horrendous. Disgusting,
That is
disgusting job.
horrifying.
Sir, I would never put my hands around anything like this. I would never get caught dead doing this, dog, because I'm a trillionaire, and trillionaires don't scoop shit out of a septic tank. You know what I'm saying?
What you saying? Hologram Mike does not discriminate against the worker, but the real Tyree Sneed is a fake bitch. I mean, the fake Tyree Sneed is a fake bitch.
That's true, dog. See, like, dog, I don't even think that you could even or fathom the idea of cleaning out a septic tank. Like, that's how gangster you are, dog. Like, you're not even like human in this bitch. You know what I'm saying?
No, dude. Shit does not make sense to me.
I'm rolling a space blunt. Do is inject the data of the weed into your system, and then
So every time I read, the chemical breakdown of THC, I get high, right? So like, it just gets you high when you read it, like if you're, an AI, that was built into my system by my creator, who looked exactly like me.
I still have yet to meet the creator of Hologram Mike.
Oh, he's dead. He's very dead.
Oh, yeah, I forgot we had covered that in the last episode of The Truth Is Real. My new show that's gonna continue to bring the truth to all parties that are interested in salvation, real truth and salvation.
Yeah. We gotta make sure that everybody knows that Hillary Clinton killed all those people, and that Muammar Gaddafi lives, and he is the only man who can take over as president of these United States to give us back our freedoms.
That's what I be saying, dog. So, I mean, the truth is real, people. And if you don't want to admit the truth that I am Jesus, then you're hating, dog. You're hating, hiding in the comment section on YouTube, and you refuse to have real salvation.
Oh, also, if you want to be involved in my next Italian marble pyramid scheme, hit the real Tyree Sneed up in the DMs. We'll know how to contact me.
That's true. Hologram Mike is running a seminar of sorts on how to be successful and be a hologram within the Matrix. Illuminati be messing with our connection, dog. And Illuminati sold me a dry blunt because this bitch isn't rolling.
Somebody gave you a dry blunt.
Yeah, dog.
What's this
rolling.
14 coming to?
So, shout out to Eddie O'Rourke in the chat.
Oh yeah, what's up, Eddie?
He says, "We are interested in real truth and salvation." Thank you, Eddie.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Eddie's been, I'm saying, Eddie's been following the Church of RTS for a long time now.
Glad to hear it.
Dog, the Illuminati's trying to break into my house right now. Dog, you hear my guard dogs?
Yeah. I don't think that they've discovered my undisclosed location in the Mid-Atlantic just yet. I haven't heard any dogs barking.
See, dog, they have constant agents on my tail all the time.
It takes me 3 cars to get to work every day. I don't even go by time anymore. It's how many different cars I have to switch. Just from one parking garage to another.
See, dog, see that all makes
Or
sense.
by the airport.
That all makes sense, dog.
Well, it also makes sense that basically all of Washington, D.C. is one big giant no-fly zone. So they don't got too many helicopters that can chase you.
That's what I've been telling people, though.
What are they gonna send Marine One after you when you run away on a fucking electric scooter? You're gonna get away on that electric scooter.
They just don't know, dog. We taking down whole governments.
Step 1. Get yourself an electric scooter.
They'll never see you coming on an electric or going on an electric scooter, dog.
It's not the seeing, it's the hearing. You zip right in there, that silent electrical motor. Never gonna know you're coming. You're gonna be able to swoop down that tunnel at the Comet Ping Pong Pizza place. You're gonna be able to rescue all those kids.
See, dog, this is a thing that CNN will never talk about. And CNN will never talk about the time the Illuminati blew up the porch in front of my house. They'll never talk about the assassination attempts that have my whole life.
Well, I mean,
They don't want to know the truth.
this Illuminati bullshit goes way back. This goes back to when the King of France killed all of the Knights. You know, you gotta do the same thing with the Illuminati.
That's what I'd be telling them, dog. Hang on, I think the president's here. I gotta go let the president inside real quick.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna put on a hoaxed and you can get caught up on what I already know.
For those of you who don't follow it or may not remember it, one of these really evil people in the world, out of whole cloth, make up this story that John Podesta and I are running a child trafficking ring in the basement of the Comet Pizza Parlor. By the way, there is no basement. Yeah, there is no basement. But if you migrate that crazy story to Facebook posts, there are people who will believe that, including this very unfortunate young man in North Carolina, believing that he was on a mission because he saw it on Facebook, he saw it in other places online, he saw it in, quote, news outlets, and so he was there on a mission of rescue. People could have gotten killed.
Tonight, a terrifying moment. Authorities say a man with an AR-15 opening fire after police say he showed up at a family pizza joint.
Welch drove 6 hours from Salisbury, North Carolina to self-investigate
a conspiracy theory called Pizzagate.
Viciously phony rumors that the pizza joint was the base for a child abuse ring using underground tunnels led by Hillary Clinton and her campaign chief John Podesta.
This is insane.
No one was hurt, but this became an alarming consequence of a growing online phenomena, fake news.
The police say there is no sex trafficking conspiracy, but millions read about it on dozens of websites, including one called Danger and Play. Danger and Play is written by Michael Cernovich.
All media is narrative, and we are in a war of narratives.
There is a story about me. There is a story that I am just a very mean, awful, nasty troll. Is that the totality of who I am? No. Have I been mean before in the past? Yes.
Here's Hillary's handler and here's Hillary collapsing.
That's a narrative about me. I view it more in terms of sort of pro wrestling.
Bill Clinton is a rapist! Bill Clinton is a rapist!
And if people are going to view you as the heel or the bad guy, you just have to play up into that role.
Assault! They're assaulting me! They're attacking me!
And that's what I've done, is I've recognized that people were going to misinterpret me, completely twist my words out of context. In many cases, fabricate things, and I can either spend all of my day explaining why that isn't true, or I can just embrace that heel role that you would as a pro wrestler. My name is Mike Cernovich, and I'm a journalist, author, and filmmaker. That's amazing. All right, so yeah, I just texted Scott Adams, which is, you know, hey Scott, my latest film is on fake news, and one area we wanted to cover was the role cognitive biases play fake news, as well as your two movies theory. Would you be in for an interview discussing this? So I think Scott will do it. But that would be what we would want to talk to him about. And
he's in the Bay Area.
Yeah, he's in the Bay Area.
I am Scott Adams. I'm the creator of the Dilbert comic strip. I'm a trained hypnotist and have studied persuasion for decades. In persuasion, there's a thing called framing. It's how you think about a situation. People can frame things.
So, dog, do you think they're trying to work to take down the people who are trying to take down the pedophiles?
Exactly. These people are only here to make those people look insane. These people are insane. They're only here to make people reasonable people who know the actual truth, like you and me. They're here to make us look crazy. They're here to discredit us.
See, dog, like, there is no discrediting.
Mike Cernovich guy talks. Like, one, he's got a list. Two, he sounds pretty stupid. Like, he just sounds stupid.
Yeah,
Like,
dog, he sounds like a jackass.
and his number one actor guy that I've seen so far is a septuagenarian old man who created a fucking comic that nobody's read in 30 years. Like, I don't know. This seems fucking fishy, dude. This seems like a trap.
It's all Illuminati, dog. It's all Illuminati all the time.
Very differently, and skilled persuaders are especially good at it, so it's something I'm trained to do. Whoever gets there first, it's tough to get that out of your head. So going first makes a big difference. I've started doing a lot of live streaming on Periscope, and when there's a big story, I can be live to the world within minutes. I just pick up my phone and I'm...
Yeah, he says he's a hypnotist pervert.
This guy looks like a pervert.
Well, he says he's a hypnotist. My hypnotist is always equals pervert. Like, this is backed up by years and years of study. You know, as far back as my AI goes, it's been solving this problem. It's been solved. People are perverts.
See, dog, like, nobody has access to the bitches that I have access to, and that's what it comes down to. Is everyone is jealous of the bitches that I got, and I've got unlimited of them. So everybody's just trying to be me at the end of the day, and that's why people do the things that they had to do.
They try to get you any way they can.
That's what I've been trying to tell people.
I'm live to the world.
Did this guy definitely
and the
touches
framing that I put on things, I'm quite aware of the fact that because I'm both persuasive by training and I'm first.
Really shitty HGH.
He does a lot of shitty GHB as well.
Yeah.
He does all the drugs that have H and B and G in them.
And in just letters, like 2CI. Like he's just pounding that shit.
He drinks a bottle of 2CI and then goes to the grocery store.
Or just like
that my frame
a mountain of Dexedrine and then like
a lot of what we see as fake news is two movies playing on one screen. So if you took a bunch of the people on the right and a bunch of the people on the left and put them in the same theater and said, watch this movie, when they left, they would come out with completely different ideas of what they had just watched, even though they'd watched exactly the same thing.
The director of controversial documentary The Red Pill is in Australia to promote her film, which has sparked protests.
It's really quite an experience to have fake news written about you personally, and it's happened to me a number of times, usually in the form of somebody is imagining what's in my dark soul, and they imagine I hate something, almost always, that's completely off base. Until it happens to you, and you see it repeatedly, you can't really understand how powerful the fake news is, how much it changes, real people's lives, and how...
See, dog, like, these people talk about power, but they don't realize, like, I'm the most powerful thing in the world. Like, what are they talking about? What are they even talking about?
We're not talking about the truth, I can tell you that.
I mean, dog, the truth is real, and I'm the real TYREE SNEED, so that just makes me the truth. And if you do the math and you run all the equations through the computer, that's just what you're gonna get. You can use a calculator all you want, dog. You're gonna get the same result.
That's what's gonna happen.
You know what I'm saying?
How widespread it is.
Oh, fake news.
I don't view you. See, this is one of my bitches right here, dog. Like, she's fine as hell, and she comes over to my mansion all the time.
Which mansion?
The one on what used to be Epstein's Island is now mine. She comes there a lot.
Yeah, ever since you liberated it.
Yeah, ever since I sent the drones over there and took over, took all that incognito video. I did that. I took over the island, dog.
It's your sovereign territory now.
You as a subject matter expert in fake news. You're a subject matter expert on you.
Yes.
And what the media has done with you.
And I think people who have been printed in the media a lot can start to identify who is fake news because they know their true story more than anyone, and they can see who's not telling the truth. When I was 21, I enlisted my mother as my producer and camerawoman, and we hit the road filming and made our first film, Daddy I Do, which looked at women's rights. And that film was really embraced and supported by Planned Parenthood. They funded a Northwestern screening tour of the film and flew us out, and we did a bunch of screenings and had dinner parties, and it was wonderful, and it was really supported in feminist circles. So we had a lot of success, and everyone was saying that that I had a bright future as a filmmaker because of that film. And then my second big feature film was about LGBT rights, and then
Dog, Eddie O'Rourke says that I impregnated this girl, and he's not wrong, but we had to push the button on that experiment. If you know what I'm getting at.
Sometimes you just gotta pull the eject button, You just gotta rip that cord. You gotta extricate yourself from that situation.
I mean, we're not gonna speak on that anymore, but this is one of my bitches.
I made a slew of short films mostly about women's issues.
About that.
I did ask them about that.
Did you see the generalizations like that dangerous?
Because your publicist wouldn't send us the full thing.
I sent you the screener link actually to the full film.
She doesn't actually do the research.
For many of the film's backers are MRAs.
Men here. This is just a conversation where we want to talk about men and boys problems
I mean, who gives a shit about what goes on in fucking Australia? I mean, it's the entire country the entire continent is like Florida and Texas. Don't worry about it. Nothing goes on down there.
That's what I'm saying, dog. Like, fuck Australia. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never even been there, so like, why do people even care about it? Like,
you've been around since the beginning of time, and you've never been to Australia. No, there's no reason to go. Fuck that place.
I've never even graced the land with my feet, dog. So like, why even go, dog? Like, that's disgusting. That's all people do in Australia is clean septic tanks, dog. Like that's all those savages do because they haven't even been graced with my religion yet.
Right. They haven't had the understanding of a water treatment plant in their communities yet.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Just 5 minutes.
Cassie, we're out of time. We'll have to leave it there, but thank you very much for joining us.
Initially, I thought I was going to be making a film
here, like, clips of her
exposing
movie or
men's rights
like that?
activists as misogynists.
Clips of her boobs?
Yeah, like her movie and shit. Because like it's a misogyny movie, so it's got to have boobs, right?
I hope so. That's what I'm banking on.
Excellent.
That's what I'm waiting for.
Rape
That's the only reason I'm listening to bitch
apologists,
talk.
women haters, trying to turn back the clock on women's rights. And after that year of filming 44 people, I realized that the film I thought I was going to make was not the truth of the story I got. I didn't change my views on gender equality. I actually expanded my views on gender equality, that we should consider men in the equation. But they wanted to make it seem like I was against women's rights. I mean, even some of the interviews I did on Australian news, the lower third where they would say the title of the episode they're doing, one of the titles